Of course you're there. I knew all along. Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your service. Now, yes, once again I'm sporting a rather dazzle white kind of top. Not a vest. Once again, you see sleeves. A rarity for me, I know. But look at this. Some days you've got to go full on resplendent and full on bright, vivid and bold. Nothing is brighter, more vivid, more bold than the Royal Stuart tartan. And as you can see, it is rather red. And I have the sock flashes to go with it, because sometimes you've got to go the full McCoy. Right folks, now, the Joker! Yes. You all know how much I love the Joker. Film of the year, beyond any doubt. Beyond any doubt. Genuinely affecting, genuinely disturbing, upsetting, frightening, funny, and terribly, it gets inside you and it starts to work its devilish, diabolical magic upon you. But we're not going to talk about the film right now, not so much anyway. I really want to go to town on a big spoiler heavy review of the movie, to go over some theories and some ideas that, okay, there's a lot of people doing the same sort of thing, but even when I first saw the movie last week, on the morning it came out officially, I knew, I did a non-spoiler review. I'd done another sort of preview beforehand, and I knew that then and there I would have to go to work on it really in depth and very comprehensively at some point. And I've been meaning to do it for the last few days, but it's just, I've only seen the film once and I kind of really want to see it again to cement my theories and ideas behind it. Although it's not really essential to do that, but I do want to see the film again. Right now you can hear in the background the unbelievably brooding and dark and melancholy score for the film Joker. And no Gary Glitter tracks to be played here. Although I've got to be honest, Rock and Roll Part 2 is unbelievably catchy and it works so well in the film. Anyway, now as you well know, Joaquin Phoenix puts on the makeup, he plays a clown. A failed clown, a failed comedian, failed fucking everything, except, supervillain, which he ends up being pretty good at being that. But it's just makeup on his face. Now, there have been masks aplenty to do with the Joker. There's some outstanding ones there from all the various Joker incarnations throughout the comic books, the cartoon animated versions, the Jack Nicholson variety, the Heath Ledger variety with the straggly hair and the slits because he's, I got these scars. Puts a razor blade in his mouth. But that story changes each time he tells it, so you're never too sure how he got those scars. But in this version, even when the film came out, I did spot a mask which was meant to be the Joaquin Phoenix incarnation. It's here right now. I didn't buy it until after I'd seen the film, but it did pretty much, I was now certain that the look of that mask is exactly how it looks in the movie, although it's just his makeup obviously, and even the hair is really, really good. So I had to get it. Now, before any of you go like, well, who made it, Kilt-Man? Who makes the mask? I sit before you completely mystified. I do not know. This same mask I'm about to show you is available from a variety of outlets with different suppliers, but I've never yet seen a manufacturer. There's nothing inside it to tell me who made it. So, hey, I don't know. I really don't know. And it's nice and cheap. It's very cheap, but it's very good as well. I'm going to show it to you now. Are you ready for the Joker? In fact, I'm going to put the motherfucker on. I would tell you the joke, but you wouldn't get it. Yes, the hair is really good, but it needs to be slicked back, which you can do, of course. In fact, look at that. The design is correct. The bleeding eyebrows, the smudgy nose, the smudgy, smile, this pale blue, the horrible sort of wonky teeth. But the hair is surprisingly good. Slick it back and you've got have a ciggy and you've got the Joaquin Phoenix look. The wacky Joaquin Phoenix. Look at it, folks. Now, the latex is good. It's good. Even though it's a cheap mask, and it is very, very cheap, the prices fluctuate, obviously. I got mine from Amazon, Who'd have thought? Kilt-Man buying from Amazon? I'm one of the best Prime members it's ever had. The shape, the sculpt of the mask is absolutely excellent. It fits really well on your face. The eye slits, brilliant. But I love the paint job on it. Look at that. The way it weeps blood. It does. The smudginess, because he puts the makeup on himself, obviously. The blood red of the nose, the blood red around the mouth, and those rather manky, horrible teeth. In the film, he even paints his tongue. But the contrast of the white, the blue and the red, and the green hair is absolutely spot on. The mask fits really well. The sculpt, as I say, is excellent. The hair is actually stitched in. It's stitched in. I'm going to show you. Let's see if we can turn this slightly inside out. Can we see? Probably doesn't pick it up. In this light, when I do recordings at night time in this room, it always comes out kind of like pinkish tinged, and the detail seems to lose. But take it from me, you can probably see a little bit there. The hair is stitched in. It's literally, it's stippled in lines, and it's good, and the hair feels good as well. I mean, it's not real hair, obviously, but for such a cheap mask, that's not bad quality, I have to say. Now, to make it a bit more authentic, I mean, that's not too bad right now, the way I've swept it back there. It needs to be swept back and not hanging loose down the face. Sweep it all back, slick it all back. The coverage isn't too bad. If you get it slicked back properly enough, you've got a few patches where it's going to shine through. But if you collect masks, masks with hair, by and large, you're going to get this anyway. Yes, Michael Myers collectors out there, we all know about that. But it's not bad at all. I'm going to say it's stitched in. The gluing around here, around the hairline, is pretty good. As I say, the sculpt itself, because obviously his eyebrows are underneath there, because in reality it's just his face but with makeup on it. So his eyebrows, it's smudged over the eyebrows. That's really authentic to how he looks in the movie. Who made this mask? Who are you? There's nothing in here. There's nothing to tell. You watch, I'll find it now. I'll find Trick or Treat. Nothing. The lines where it's been stitched in are very uniform, very regular, and that shows a level of dedication to making this a really good mask. And it is. I don't doubt you're going to get other versions. You'll get an official version of the Joker mask, but that should be it. I'm not going, wow, look at this mask, this is the best, you've got to get this, just for the sake of it. It's an amazingly good mask. I sat there in the cinema on that showing, and I wore, hang on a second, I wore a mask the entire duration, and it was this one, from the Heath Ledger version, and it was the bank robbery at the start of The Dark Knight. I shoot the bus driver. Hey, what bus driver? All the henchmen, all the robbers wore a different type of clown mask. Elasticated, not a full head mask, just a face mask. And they're really good, and I sat there wearing that the entire time. And I did think, wow, the look of this Joker is pretty special. Because in a way, the way he looks in this movie, because he has a melancholy, dour face. Whenever Joaquin tries to smile, there's pain, there's searing depression, and disconsolation, and even mental dislocation from reality. And you can see it in his face at all times. But when he puts the makeup on, even at the start, that's when he begins to shine. This is when he's most at home. Even when he's just got the clown makeup on and he's doing his little dance with the sign and he's dancing in the hospital until the gun sadly falls out, scaring the kids. It's just a prop gun. It's not. And but he comes alive when he dons the clown makeup. Even when he's going through the worst times of his life, and I mean really, really down in the abyss times of life, and he's got the makeup on. It masks literally, the pain and the sorrow which lurk beneath. And I thought that's an amazingly good look. It clearly is the Joker of old. The colour scheme, purples, the pale face, the E, and all this, and the green hair, obviously. But I liked it. It didn't look particularly comic book. It looked like clown makeup. It looked really effective. But with him occupying it, with it being on his face and his personification of this character, whenever the makeup's on, the Joker, you can see him beginning to evolve as the Joker. And of course, at the end of the movie, he is the Joker. And this, let's show you again. There is a delight on that face. There's a wickedness. There's a fiendishness to it. But you can see that it's actually clearly, you've got to watch the film first, but you can see that it evolves to match his, descending levels of sanity and his escalating levels of, mania. And as I said in a previous video, the whole thing about the Joker we've always known, loved, yet feared, he's already at that ultra level of insanity, yet insanity equals lucidity, and in a perverse way, the Joker's form of sanity. That's his normal being. Joaquin Phoenix's version doesn't reach that level until the very end of the film. But that does personify what we know and adore, albeit misguidedly perhaps, but we all love villains. What would be the point of heroes without villains? Batman would be nothing without his rogues gallery. He'd be nothing, he'd be pointless, he'd just be a vigilante, taking out street scum. A good enough reason to do it, I do agree with taking out street scum, totally. But the whole mythos of your hero needs your villain, he needs his nemesis, he needs his antagonist. The two have to play off each other and become the mirror image of themselves. And this is a film which really does make clear that mirror image. The road Joker takes is the road both Batman, Bruce Wayne, and the Joker reach a crossroads in their lives because of trauma and tragedy. You can either go that way or you can go that way. Batman, Bruce Wayne, goes down one particular road. Joker goes down the other. You cannot blame either for doing what they've done. It's what life and circumstance has thrown at them. Sorry folks, this wasn't meant to be any kind of dissection of the movie, but inevitably I'm going to start talking about it. But even as just maybe a warm-up for the big video. But this was just a show off this mask. You guys can get this mask. You won't be allowed in the cinemas to wearing it. Yours truly got away with it though with the other mask. With this one, nobody fucks with Kilt-Man. Nobody stops me. I don't doubt I could have worn that in there as well. But the thing is, I'm not evil. I'm not twisted. No, not that much. And I don't want to frighten people either. Yes, I love Halloween. I love me horror masks. I have gone out dressed in full werewolf regalia many times, and I've leapt over garden walls, and I've rolled around people's lawns and howled at the moon, and yeah. But I do it with a sense of humour, and because of the controversy of this movie, and well, I'll come on to all this because things have happened even round here at the cinemas because of this movie. You know, it is what it is. It was inevitable. The mass media made a huge hullabaloo about this film and how it can incite stuff. They are to blame for inciting the stuff, not the film itself. But there have been incidents, so I would not sit there in the cinema wearing that mask because unless everybody else was wearing it, like a mask only audience would be ideal. But you don't want to sit there and frighten the bejesus out of other people because we've all come to watch the Joker, but I think he looks fantastic. But that guy at the end of the row there looks like he's laughing the whole time, and he could be crying inside that mask because the film is tragic and upsetting. But they don't know that. The tears of a clown. But so you don't want to upset or disturb people. I don't. And I don't recommend that you guys do either. Kilt-Man, moral guardian. My ass, But guys, look at this mask. The details and contours are there. But you've got to bear in mind, this is not meant to be a disfigured Jason Voorhees face, a Freddy Krueger face. This is not some kind of monster. It's a man who puts makeup on. And there you go. See, the hair is great. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to slick it back because if you look there, Joaquin's hair is sort of, there's a bit of length to it. It's not long hair, but there's a bit of hair going on, and it's slicked back. It's kind of greasy, and it does kind of curl up at the ends. Well, I kind of got that going myself, for real. So I think to make this more authentic, I'm going to straighten out these little curly bits down here and just try to make it a bit more authentic. As I say, another mask is bound to come out and be the official one. It's bound to. If someone goes to me, oh, that is the official one, well, it's remarkably cheap for the official mask from a blockbuster movie, which this film is, and it's got no maker's brand on it. When I opened the box for this, it was just that. There was nothing else in there. There was no note, no nothing. No maker's label, no little tag, nothing. I know the supplier that I got it off via Amazon, but I do not know the maker of this mask. So please, if someone out there does know, please comment below and do let me know, because I'd love to know who's done it. Hey, give credit where it's due. This is a fabulous mask. It really is. I put it on the when I get new masks in the big kilted boudoir, and one side of the boudoir has a wall of kilts. I do call it the kilt wall, and it literally is 59, 60 now kilts all piled up. You should hang them up. Of course you should. Yeah, I like to peruse the kilt wall, and anyway, but so you've got that on one side, and I have right in front at the far end of the bed, the big master bed, there's a chest of drawers with, I kid you not, Mrs. Kilt-Man every day has to reorganise it, but I have 2 stacks of t-shirts and vests. One side is predominantly Snake Plissken t-shirts, of which there's over 120, 130, and on the other side is Mad Max t-shirts, of which there's actually about 200. Fucking millions of the bastards, and all the vests are piled up. But on top of each pile is the current masks that I have. He's been sitting there, and that skull, which if you go back a couple of videos, you'll see the Halloween skull mask I was reviewing, which at first I was kind of like, it's okay, it's cheap, but it ain't brilliant. Actually, it's really, really good. It's very cheap latex, I know, very thin, but the look, when the lights are out and you've got a light on the landing outside, oh my god, the black bits are hidden, obviously, but the white skeletal bits stand out, and it looks truly impressive. So I've got to say, you can go for your big blockbusting, Trick or Treat or Ghoulish Studios, or whoever, that you get your masks off, the big mask manufacturers and designers. Brilliant, yeah. Don't overlook what is often right in front of you on page after page of Amazon or eBay or whatever your chosen, site would be. And you've got tons and tons of great value kit. This time of year, there's stuff coming out all the time. And I expect, I'll be honest, Mischief Night, I expect to see that pretty much everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And I can go out and join them as well. Because I have mine too. So folks, there you go. That is the Joker mask. The Joaquin Phoenix, Arthur Fleck look of the Joker. And it's really, really good. It gets a massive double thumbs up from your kilted guardian. So folks, there's more stuff coming later on. So for the time being, I'm going to leave it right there in this hazy sort of weird. The lighting is terrible, isn't it? Terrible. It looks like I've smeared Vaseline across the screen. I know how it looks. I do know. And I promise you, when Kilt-Man can finally, make some money, I will invest in some proper, better camera and recording gear. And I'll do up the attic and get that studio, which I've been promising for fucking ages. I'll get that sorted out as well. Anyway, folks, in the meantime, and the in-between time, keep on joking! Where do I go with this? Laters! Yes! Hi!